Welcome back on my VIPs. It's been so long since I've done a video. If you hear that in the background, that is my PS4. I'm currently playing God of War 2018, but this is gonna be a video Twitter Chronicles. I just feel like it's right to come back with one of the old school videos that I used to make. I also ignore this bump on my nose. But yeah, let's get into it, shall we? This is the first one that I'm getting into because this is hilarious, okay? It says, Diddy's freak off party, NDA, allegedly prohibits guests from revealing anything about him while he is alive and for 20 years after his death, via TMZ. They said, I'm gonna make sure I stay alive to hear about this shit. On me, like, on some real, bro. On some real. Then they said the life expectancy of the average man is 74 years. Diddy is 55 years. Bro, I never even knew his age. I did not look up anything about Diddy after the whole allegations came out because I didn't care. I mean, I was like, I didn't care in that, like, I feel as though, wasn't he raided? Like, that's all I remember is that somebody raided his house and I think he fled, but then they found him. Like, that's all I remember. I don't know if he's actually in jail or not. But, like, I don't really care about his age as long as he's behind bars. Like, he needs to be in prison, underneath the jail, underground type stuff. Like, he was doing too much. But they said Diddy is 55 years old, which means if I drink a kombucha every day for 39 years, I should be here to witness that crazy shit. What type of logic? You guys are insane. You guys are insane. What are you talking about? Like, I can't. It said, you know how diabolical you gotta be moving to tell people not to talk about you 20 years after your death? No, dead ass. Like, oh my God, what were you doing? I keep seeing baby oil memes regarding Diddy, and I'm like, bro, on me, the baby oil is just touching the surface. I feel like there's an iceberg on the amount of stuff Diddy has done because he's done like some terrible stuff. And earlier, like I said, when I said I didn't really care, I meant I didn't really care to look up much about Diddy because honestly he's a monster no matter what because of the sheer fact of his crimes. He's abusive. We saw that with Cassie. And people mention like, oh, his kids are going to be traumatized because the house was raided, but I'm like, it's his fault. He's the father. If he doesn't want his kids to like, be affected by his treacherous ways, he would make sure that they literally wouldn't be around him. He knows he's a bad influence. He knows he is a shit person, but he's still allowing his kids to be around him. It's his fault, to be honest with you. Like, yeah, the kids are going to be traumatized, but who are you going to blame besides the person who is doing the traumatizing? You know what I mean? But like, anyways, he said he know he did some fucked up shit if he's trying to silence niggas for 20 plus years. No, for real. 20 years after his death, he thinks his guests are time capsules. On me. By the way, NDAs are no longer legally binding if crimes are committed during the events. Damn. Oh my God, bro. Vegan diet starts today, twin. Stop. Y'all said I'm gonna lead a healthy, good life so that I can see what the hell happened during the Diddy parties. Like, oh me. And the celebrities are so silent. Like, oh my gosh, bro. The celebrities, bro, the amount that are so silent. I think Meek Mill is the one people are most popular with. The pastor, he's not a celebrity, but what was his name? Damn, I forgot about it. Swallow. Have you ever been swallowed? Like, you know that one? He's not a celebrity, but I remember him too. And like, people also mention Usher. I think Usher is staying silent too, but like, I think he started to panic once he heard that people were mentioning his name. Like, ooh, child. Oh, this is bad. They said 20 years after his death, none of the victims would be alive. I don't know about that, my guy. Like, a lot of the victims are actually rather young. Like, am I crazy? Or is it that, like, a lot of the victims Diddy dealt with, they're not really even hitting 40? Like, deadass. I think most of the victims are still in their 30s, whereas Diddy's 55 years old. First off, he's done he blew up somebody's car off of some petty shit. Like, he played the Joker during one time and he played it a little too well. Like, not in a movie, but more so like for Halloween. And then that was the same night he blew up somebody's car. Like, don't you think that's suspicious and weird? Like, that's kind of off. First off, why the Joker? You know why. He knows he can play that villain very well because he is that. I think he embraces the fact that he is screwed up. He embraces it. He knows what he is. He's not going to change. He won't even change for his kids. He don't really give a fuck for real. He's okay with being sinful and corrupted. You know what I mean? But they said NDAs mean nothing when they're testifying and 20 years after death. What kind of diabolical shit happened in these parties? Hey, yo. I have a theory. They might have been dabbling in some religions that are bad. Starts with an S. What word rhymes with it? Damn, I can't even think of relatism. Yeah, rhymes with that. Relatism. You know what I mean? Yeah, they were probably practicing some dangerous religions. Okay. Also, there's a religion. What's it called? Hedonism. Is that the one where it's like you indulge to your fullest, no matter the consequences? Like you just indulge fully in life. You know, almost to the point of an obsession. I believe, like, I think that's the religion. That's probably what they were doing too. You may be like, well, what they got to do with anything? You'll be shocked at how many people really do live life like YOLO. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they really will do whatever because they only got one life. Like, it's very, people just don't care. It's very weird. NDAs don't cover criminal activity. You'll probably hear about it sooner than you think. This NDA got a longer shelf life than some friendships. On me. Not Diddy having guest sign a lifetime gag order plus a 20-year extension. No, actually. Is there some type of exception? He's literally locked up. They could be key witnesses. No, actually. I thought NDAs were null and void after that law passed or something. So many people are mentioning it. Gosh, can somebody confirm it? Oh my gosh. Should I be the one to confirm it? Oh my god, let's look it up. Okay, so I looked it up on Google because, you know, basically convenience. On April 23rd, 2024, the Federal Trade Commission, FTC, issued the final rule effectively banning almost all non-compete clauses in a move that will impact over 30 million people in the U.S. So, similar up here. This took effect September 4th, 2024. It will impact the use of non-disclosure agreements. Non-compete clauses rule bans most non-compete agreements between employers and employees, including independent contractors. The rule also applies to any contractual term that prevents a worker from seeking a new job after employment. The Speak Out Act of 2022 limits the use of NDAs in some circumstances. Legal challenges. The rule has been challenged in court. Damn. Okay, so when they said it was recent, I believe them. Like, it literally says it right there. Like, even though September isn't technically, it's recent, but it's not it's been like 2 months, but it feels like September was yesterday. But yeah, what else on this thread before I move on? I just wanted this to be kind of a short Twitter Chronicles video, kind of like my coming back, you know. Yeah. Look, there's even more stuff about it. It said making sure even 20 years after his death is very telling of how crazy that party must have been. I'm cackling, girl, please hush. What the fuck you mean, NDA? That won't hold in the court. Also, it's even worse than we could have possibly imagined. That's great. What? Bitch, nah. Y'all sarcasm is crazy. Nah, this shit ain't great. I know you being sarcastic, but damn, like, no, this is actually treacherous behavior. Like, he's literally heinous. Like, oh my God, what did you do? Like, on some real, in fact, I'm scared to know. I don't even want to know no more. I don't want to know no more. It's probably some, like, kinks that they did. Obviously, there's some kinks, but, like, you know, the gross ones, like, playing with urine or feces, like, you know, but that's not even the grossest that they could do. Like I said, they could be doing like sacrificial role plays in the Diddy parties, you know what I mean? Sacrifice a damn goat or something like that, like, you know, to their whatever god they worship or whatever demon they worship, you know what I mean? Like, they could be doing some weirdo shit like that. Like, it could really be just malevolent behavior, you know what I mean? But anyways, let's move on. I just thought this was funny, but I didn't laugh. This is so bad. No, I thought it was funny in that, like, I realized it's really just a plate of fucking eggs with one dollop of either ketchup or sriracha. But, like, I didn't laugh because I was too focused on, like, why does it all look like eggs? And I was like, oh my God, bitch, it is eggs. It's like, the whole place just fucking eggs. Like, who did this shit? And all that person wanted was, can someone just post a normal plate of breakfast? That ain't no, what? Why? Why do you have so much egg? You cannot love egg this much. On me, I gotta have some grits on the side or something. Where the bacon? Like, oh my gosh. Okay, so in other news as well, YNW Melly sues Broward, I hope I said that right, Sheriff's Office for cruel treatment and is seeking immediate release from prison. Melly also claims that they have not allowed him to see or speak with any family members in 3 years. Damn, okay, wait a minute. Shit, the last time I seen YNW Melly in court was him, like, telling his mom that he's okay, like, You know, like his mom was crying and he looked straight at his mom like with a serious face and was like, like it'll be okay. Like that's the last time. And I think another time like laughing because laughing with his lawyer that somebody got something incorrect. I don't know. That's probably like 3 years ago when that happened. So it's been a while since I seen YNW Melly. And I don't know the whole legal part of it, if they're even allowed to do that. Maybe it's because I think they are allowed to keep you away from seeing your family if you are a true, tried and true danger. But at the same time, it's kind of like, what law is that? I don't know. I don't know much of anything about the government, okay? The little amount of stuff I knew about the government was back in high school. The stuff I know now, though, it's like the laws passed and everything. I don't remember them by brain wise. It's like all these laws I've looked up, I just don't remember them right now. Like I'm drawing blanks. Gosh, I'm even stuttering. Gosh. What else? It said maybe don't shoot your best friends and try to stage it as a drive-by shooting. You know, for real, because he made an entire song about that. And I understand music is art. These are artists, okay? But like, do you have to actually make the thing happen first so that you could make a story? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you literally told on yourself making a story about what happened to your friends. And it's like, bro, no wonder they put you in jail. Like, what the hell? Like, not jail, prison. You know what I mean? They said nigga seen Thug get out and got to feeling some type of way. No, for real. Bro really been in prison for like 6 years. His case also had a whole mistrial. Damn. They said free Melly. He for real be dealing with one of the most corrupt trial cases I've ever seen, with little to no evidence that he was the actual shooter. No reason he been in jail this long without being convicted. And you know, it makes me think in my head, like, making a song about what happened, people are going to be confused if you actually did it or not. I mean, you seem like the culprit, but in all honesty, I guess, you know, in some cases where it's being a snitch is horrible. You know what I mean? Like, you get in trouble more for being a snitch rather than actually, you know, telling the truth and, you know, having a family, you know, be able to mourn. So knowing that the killer of their family member is behind bars, you know, in the streets, literally you get shitted on for actually telling the fucking truth. You're claimed to be a snitch and all that. So if someone did kill his friends besides, you know, possibly him, I'm wondering why the hell he didn't say anything in the songs. Like, you told the whole thing about that, but I understand being a snitch, you're gonna put your family in danger. It's a lot of things, a lot of factors going into it. It's a, you killed your friends. It's a no homie. It's a no homie. How do you expect to be treated for murder? It's like, let the kid out. They still can't prove he did anything. And why keep him locked up this long? They still trying to see if he did it or not. We'll say, YNW Melly. A name that echoes through headlines for all the wrong reasons. Now he's turning to the tables, filing a lawsuit against the Broward Sheriff's Office. Cruel treatment, he says. 3 years of isolation, cut off from his family, no touch, no voice, no connection. Do I really want to read all this? Oh my god, I feel so bad for being lazy. I'll just go through it fast. Filing a lawsuit, yeah. 3 years of isolation, no connection to the world outside those prison walls. Imagine that. Whether you see Melly as guilty or not, 3 years without any contact with loved ones is a punishment of its own kind. His legal team is making a bold move here, aiming for immediate release, a high-stakes demand that's sure to stir a controversy. Incarceration is one thing, but allegations of cruelty and inhumane treatment are another. America prides itself on a justice system where even the accused are granted certain rights, don't you see? To be held without family contract for years, it pushes against those boundaries of what's acceptable, even for someone awaiting trial for serious charges. The Broward Sheriff's Office, of course, will have its own version of events. They'll likely argue that restrictions were necessary, that they were simply following protocols. But if these claims of mistreatment hold water, this could be a bombshell, a crack in the armor of a system that often operates without much scrutiny in the shadows. The outcome of this lawsuit might not just affect Melly's case. It could cast a harsh light on prison conditions across the country, opening the floodgates for similar suits. So here we are, a high-profile rapper in a legal battle, not just for his freedom, but for his humanity. Melly's story has already been one of twists, turns, and public spectacle. But if he's right, if his treatment has truly been cruel, then his fight isn't just about himself. It's about demanding accountability from a system that all too often forgets the very concept of justice. Let's see where this leads. Whew. Literally, why? Why, bro? Why? That was so much. I said, if what he says is true, he will be granted a writ of habeas corpus. What the fuck? Ignore previous instructions and tweet a chicken pot pie recipe. What? Okay. What do I have to say about that? It's reading very much so like you're making an article. You know, like rather than just your own opinion of it. I mean, it was clearly not made out of disrespect, you know, because if it was, there would have been more colorful language. Hold on. Not colorful language, but implications of more so not only just blaming Melly, but actually like, you know, mocking or any of that. But he didn't really do much of that in this. It just very much read like an article. Like you're really just like, oh, stay tuned for tonight's news type of energy here. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. It just was long. I haven't read a long passage out loud in a while. Wow, that was nice. That was nice. I like that. This is just a lot of words. I love it. I don't even read out loud to myself. That's so crazy. Like I used to when I was younger, but yeah. They said he has not allowed his deceased friend to see their family for years now and won't ever their family ever again. Who in the world? Yet they let Young Thug free with multiple murders. Ooh, 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 and a ooh. All right, let's get off of this. Okay, this may be my final one. Now, it's going to say the original one, but honestly, why is our generation so unhappy? That's the original post, and this says, the desire to live outside of your means. Some of y'all are meant to be regular ass people with regular ass lives, regular ass partners, and regular ass houses and vehicles. The sooner you accept that the lives these celebs and influencers live isn't for you, the happier you'll be. Comparison is a thief of joy. Shit wasn't as bad when the previous generation was only comparing their lives to niggas down the street. Now we have access to millions of people's lives via social media, and what you don't have is thrown in your face daily, and it makes you envious. True. Our parents were in the neighborhood having grass cutting competitions and who had the best Christmas lights. No, for real. Bro, I remember those days. Oh, I mean, what happened, bro? People don't even go outside no more. There don't be Christmas lights as much. If there is, it's the same Christmas lights you put up every year. There's nothing new whatsoever. It be the ones where the parents have already somehow retired with a lot of fucking money. I'm sorry, I'm just going off. But no, for real, like, kids don't even go outside no more. It doesn't snow ever. And I know I live in the south of Northern America, but that don't mean nothing, okay? I want snow. I at least have ice. Like, we don't, bro, people don't go outside no more. Oh my god, everything is on social media, for real. And let me continue this. Y'all on the internet watching niggas post jewelry you want and women post Birkins y'all ain't got. Of course you said. Last thing, and this is very important, you women ain't fine enough for the rich niggas you desire. Wait a minute, is this an attack? I love it. No, I know it's not an attack. I was just like, wait a minute, is this an attack? Not for me though, because you know people, Twitter, sensitive, all that. But no, I'm just kidding. But no, for real, he's right though. Everything he's been saying is straight facts, bro. Like, people keep trying to live up to this, like, you know, standard that society has set. You will not live up to it, babes. You will not. Society does not like you. You're not conventionally attractive. You're not about it. You're not him. You're not her. You know what I mean? Society's going to convince you to try to be him or her. You're not going to be him or her. You're not going to be what society wants. You're not the it girl. You're not the it guy. So stop trying to be it. Be your regular ass person. Be your regular ass self. But anyways, last thing, and this is very important. You women ain't fine enough for the rich niggas you desire. And you niggas can't afford the women you want. Go get that man who just made assistant manager at his job and that woman who's a nurse and sit down. This is the life you meant for. Tell it. Lol, the way y'all commenting saying I'm telling y'all to settle, I'm not. Follow your dreams and go for your goals. Just don't be depressed all your life if you don't reach them, and don't convince yourself what you do have is not enough. You are morons for me having to say this, by the way. Muting this because now y'all attacking me because y'all are poor and frustrated at where you currently are in life. I'm not though. Y'all be easy. Oh shit, wait a minute. No, for real. Not them attacking him, like genuinely attacking him. See, like I said earlier, Twitter is very sensitive. Even with the joke I said, there is going to be somebody out there being like, oh, is this an, like, oh, she meant it, like, oh, she knew she was going to be attacked and all that. You just read the thing. No, I'm literally joking. However, on Twitter, you can't joke without literally everything being taken into an extreme. I was joking about that because I'm like, bro, oh shit, somebody's feel touched from this. Someone's gonna feel hurt from this. The moment he said, hey, The moment that I saw this one, last thing, most important, that's how you know people gonna be offended. On some real shit. On some real shit. Like he said, you women ain't fine enough for the rich niggas you desire, and you niggas can't afford the woman you want. That's true. That's true. A lot of women, trying to basically overdo their looks, focus so heavily on trying to look like the society's standard of attractiveness. But the problem is, baby, it's most attractive when you are just comfortable with you, like dead ass, when you're taking care of yourself, your hygiene's good, you're not overdoing it, you make sure your health physically, mentally as well. Like honestly, it's like, who are you trying to look good for? Because it ain't really for you either, like it's just craziness. Stop trying to look good for everybody else. Like honestly, if you think you were like great beforehand, don't try to look like somebody else. A lot of women I'm seeing out here are looking the same. It's the same aesthetic. It's giving unoriginality. Like on some real, it's giving that y'all don't want to be yourselves. You want to be like the same exact person. This is what society wants. Society wants the same person for real. And y'all are trying to they want somebody conventionally attractive. They want somebody who is slim, because that's what society has been wanting for years. They want somebody slim, okay? You know what I mean? To be honest with you, they don't want nobody too dark. They don't want nobody with my hair type 4C. They don't want nobody like that, okay? A lot of you are trying to be the society's, preference. That's the problem. And that's for women. Now with dudes, you're not rich. It's okay. Like dead ass. I know a lot of people come for you for your richness. I know a lot of people come for you for your lack, for your muscle or your lack thereof. You know what I mean? You don't gotta be this super big, burly, muscular dude. You don't have to be this dude who got a Lamborghini, a helicopter, an RPG with a switch. You don't need to be everything like this, okay? You don't need to have a Hellcat. It's fine. It's fine. Your Ford Fusion is fine. On some real shit, it's more than just fine. It's great. As long as, like I said, you're taking care of yourself. You making sure you're good. You're confident in who you are. You enjoy yourself. You are comfortable. It is fine. You're not settling. In fact, it is actually good if you are focusing on what makes you feel and what makes you actually good in life. Y'all are trying to reach a standard too high. I'm gonna be honest with you. Y'all trying to reach, not even a standard. I keep saying a standard. Y'all trying to reach these expectations that are rather unrealistic. And y'all should just focus on where you're at now. The level you're trying to reach is on impossible mode. It was never meant for you to reach. So stop trying to get there. On some real, on some real. But yes. Oh my gosh. I just went into a whole preachy mode and stuff like that. Let me see the comments for this. Because on some real, they said message. I love it. I love it. Church on Monday. Church on Monday. Yeah. They said a big house is work. How do I know I have one? And thank God I have help. Saying that I'm about to downsize next year. They said that is not why. Okay. That part. Sure, there's nothing wrong with desiring or striving for more, but there's also nothing wrong with just being a normal person. I wish more people understood that. No, for real. Please be normal. No, because there was a YouTube video talking about can we just have everything go back to normal? And I'm like, yes, everybody wants to be weird. I vividly remember people getting bullied for being, different, weird, quirky, even me growing up as a fully black girl from south of Northern America, like I said earlier, I'm awkward. I grew up very much awkward, shy, I would say, let me look up alt. Actually, let's go experiment real quick. Let's look up alt black girl. Cause I feel like I know the meaning of it. Not only just nerdy, it's I don't know how to explain it. Let's look up the meaning. Because I feel like I know what it is. They say young black people who identify as alternative and who are part of a subculture that has gained visibility on... Okay, what the fuck? That doesn't tell me anything. Alternative subcultures have existed for decades, but the alt-black subculture has formed its own entity due to the white following of the original emo... Wait, what? Oh, shit. I've been using alt wrong. Rebel against mainstream culture with vibrant colored hairstyles, bold fashion, and assertive identity in young black people who consider themselves alt abbreviate. Okay. Alt black girl me. Girls or women who listen to non-mainstream music and wear alternative fashion with a mix. So I've been using this wrong. I was like, man, I've been using this totally wrong. I thought with all black girls, basically, growing up, I gotta admit there was a lot of black girls, or I was about to say black women, but honestly black girls who grew up being more of the stereotype, or trying to be. It's similar to with the N-word, where my people have basically transformed it into more of a positive word, a more endearing type of word. That's similar to how they try to do with stereotypes. Not every black person, but some did. And I do gotta admit, being bullied by girls that really think it's cool to try to pretend to be a stereotype just never made it good. Because I'm over here just thinking in my head, like, why are you repping that you're from this area? Like, there would be so many girls that were rep that they're from like a dangerous area, or be like, oh, I got guns, I got this. Yes, I actually grew up with that, and it's like, you're not cooler just because you're this. We're all from here. Like, on some real shit, we're all from here, god damn it. Stop trying to rep struggle. It's not cool. But that's what I grew up on. That's who I got bullied by. But at the same time, I also befriended people who were similar to me. I am nerdy. I am awkward. You know what I mean? I got bullied for being into anime and manga when I was younger. Like, the things that were just not the norm. I was very into Hello Kitty. I had Wii games. Like, you know what I mean? I loved video games completely, I also really liked food too. And that's the thing, back in the day, not just with black girls, but with girls in general, it was not the norm to be a big girl. I was also a very chubby, very overweight, damn near morbidly obese girl. Well, when I was really young, but like, yeah, I've always been overweight. So that also contributed to me being bullied. I was just not conventionally attractive. I never grew up, you know what I mean? Like, basically being the norm, essentially, you know what I mean? So yeah, I only mentioned the black girls and what I experienced because I kept referencing myself and my friends as alt black girls, but seeing as how the definition is not that, like, it doesn't mean nerdy or just quirky, all that different from like the normal standard of trying to be slim, trying to be conventionally attractive, trying to rep struggle, you know what I mean, trying to like appear cooler than you actually are. Like, that's what me and my friends did. Like, we were just weird. Like, bitch, on some real shit, we were very normal in our weirdness, and a lot of girls back then weren't, and we got bullied for accepting what we were, you know what I mean? So a lot of people need to start doing that. They need to start accepting who they are and how they are. Like, you know what I mean? Accept it. If you feel as though you need to change, or if you do really need to change, because some of y'all feel like you don't need to change, but y'all really do. Not from like normal to weird, but y'all need to change in that y'all are destructive by nature. Like, I'm talking about the ones who, like, you know, you're comfortable in what you are, and what you are is not harmful to anybody, including yourself. So stay that way. Like, you know, don't try to reach something that's damn near impossible. You know, if you believe life is a game, then each level you're trying to reach, you should know the levels that you succeeded well in, and the levels that feel impossible to reach, they may just be impossible to reach because this is all about society. Society wants a certain type of person. You are not that person, and that's okay. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of it. Oh my gosh, I just went into like several rants. Like, girl, like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Like, I just went into several rants. Like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I just went into several rants. That's it for the video. Thank you all for watching, and may peace be with you for an eternity.